Good morning. Welcome to this morning's family service. Nice to have everyone here and there and ready to enjoy having this service together. I hope everyone was able to have a nice Thanksgiving break and maybe enjoying some family time. It's nice to have Jodo Shinshu national holiday here in America. Thanksgiving is always one of my favorite holidays, and I always enjoy having turkey and just to have that time with the family. And probably one of the most enjoyable things are the next few days afterwards when you can enjoy the leftovers. So many different ways to be able to have maybe a turkey sandwich or turkey tacos. I know some people make turkey curry or turkey juk, and you use the whole turkey to get the flavor out of the bones and adding the meat to flavor your different dishes. And it's always interesting to see how different families, different places are able to enjoy the remains from the Thanksgiving feast. So I'm enjoying that as well. And it continues on for a few days, so probably today too. I'd like to introduce you to our chairpersons for today's service. Yes, today we have the Giraffe family joining us and serving as our service chairpersons. Momma Giraffe has brought her family and showing them the ways of the temple and how to help out at wherever help might be needed at the temple, and to be supportive of the Sangha and to be able to share the Dharma, and also to enjoy and become accustomed to coming to service and participating in the chanting, listening to the Dharma message, and getting closer to each other and to Sensei and all these things that happen at the temple. And so you'll notice that the young ones are here joining her. If you could look closely, can you tell one of them's not really a giraffe? So Imposter Bear has his giraffe costume on, and I know before service started, some of the older ones were teasing him outside, saying, "Hey, you're not a giraffe. How come you have a giraffe costume on? Aren't you proud of being a bear? How come you want to dress up like a giraffe? Don't you know anything about your own culture?" And so they were kind of giving him a hard time just because he was being with the Giraffe family and wearing his little giraffe hat. But he stood up to him and said, "No, I just like being with the Giraffe family because they're nice to me, and I wanted to come to the temple with them." And so I was so proud of Baby Bear as he stood up to the older ones who were trying to give him a hard time and picking on him and teasing, maybe even bullying him. But he stood his ground and was very comfortable being with his dear friends in the Giraffe family, and happy to be here joining them as well. So we're happy to have all of them joining us and serving as our chairpersons for today. Momma Giraffe has her mask on, showing us to continue to be cautious and safety conscious. And you notice that they have their onenju on, so they are ready for service. I'd like to go over our service order for today. We will begin with the reading of the three treasures and follow this with the Raisanmon, the three treasures in Japanese. Then I'll take my seat upon the altar for the chanting of the Sambujo and the Juseige. Nembutsu and Ekoku will complete the chanting portion of the service, and then I'll come back for our Dharma message. So I hope at home you can all prepare for this portion of the service to be able to join us with the three treasures, the Raisanmon and the Sutra chanting. Okay, so Nice to be able to do the Juseige that everyone is probably most comfortable and familiar with. Mrs. Terao's favorite chant, and probably many of us enjoy it because it is familiar, more familiar, a little bit shorter, and so comfortable to be able to chant the Juseige. So we will begin with the reading of the three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One, now we hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we absorb ourselves in the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves a supreme will. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depths of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciples of Buddha and be freed from all hindrances, becoming units of true accord in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Raisanmon. Ninjin ukegatashi imasure ni uku. Puppo kikigatashi imasure ni kiku. Konomi konjo ni mukatte dusazumba. Sarani zure no sho ni mukatte kakunomi o dosen. Taishu morotomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tatematsuru beshi. Mizukara butsu ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masane negawakuba shijo totomo ni. Daido o taige shite mujoi o okosan. Mizukara ho ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masane negawakuba shijo totomo ni. Fukaku kyozo ni irite chie umi no gotoku naran. Mizukara so ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shijo totomo ni. Daishu o tori shite issai muge naran. Bujo jin jin mimyo no Howa 100,000 万号にも愛をことかたし。我今検問し従事することを得たり。願わくば如来の真実芸を下し立てますらん。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。三部上、中世芸。
満足政府上昇が顔無良子不偉大世襲不採小便具政府上昇が菓子上分動妙正長実法空教未証門政府上昇学利欲人少年上映修門業死具無常道一生天人知人力現代語不償無才道少女三苦名交際集約難回避知恵言滅死根門永息小悪道通乱前修門高僧上満足異様老実法日願修十期天候不言一周解放像公正功徳法上王大集中説法四四苦供養一切物具足習得本願念心上満得意三害用女分無下知自然未不詳感覚営利投資最小損志願薬効果大聖の感動国書天人東鎮妙慶
Good morning again, everyone. Today I thought I would talk about Reverend Kubose. Reverend Gyomay Kubose of Chicago has influenced many through his teachings and his books. Everyday Suchness, The Center Within, has impacted a number of us. maybe now the elders of the temple. And he was not a Nishihonganji or BCA minister, but of the Higashi tradition. He was able to touch many of us, encouraging us to look deeper. Look deeper. What is Buddhism? What is the Dharma? Sensei had once written about a time when he was talking to high school students at his temple, and he told them, I don't want to talk about what the Buddha taught. These are important, but you can look these up later. I want to talk about how the Buddha taught. So Sensei pointed out that the Buddha didn't tell his disciples to just follow or to believe what he said. He encouraged them to test the teachings for themselves. See for yourself if there's truth in the Dharma. Test the teachings in your own lives. And in this way, you are engaged, looking into the teachings, looking into your own life, seeing if they fit, seeing how they fit. So this engagement with the teachings, to look at it deeper and to make it a part of your lives, this is what makes it important. So on this occasion at the class, he asked the students, what's the most important thing in your life? And so the students were thinking about it and came up with different answers. One of the girls, a young lady, said, your parents. I think the parents are very important in your life, and talking about all the things they do, how we benefit from their support and guidance, their encouragement, bringing us here and there when we're younger, buying clothing and all the meals that they prepare, so many things that they have done, when you're babies to when you get a little bit older, all along the process as you grow up, they are always there trying to teach you, trying to guide you, making sure you're safe and taking care of you when you're ill and not feeling well or something bad happens, to be encouraging. We see the same thing today with our chairpersons, the Giraffe family, Momma Giraffe bringing her family here to participate in the temple ways and showing them by how she acts, how they can learn to act and behave and see the values. And so through her actions, the younger ones are able to see. So all these different things that the parents do, providing homes, having a car so that you can go places, go to movies together, restaurants together, visit relatives together, enjoy holidays together, all these things that because of your parents you're able to do. So the discussion went on, not only from the first one, but many people in the class contributing to this discussion. And then someone else said money's important too. And so they started talking about money, and others said, no, not money. And so Sensei interjected, so, well, money is important. You're able to do a lot of things with the money. Parents needed to have money to have a home for the family, to have a car, to buy all the foods and supplies that the family uses. And he brought up the temple. People appreciate the temple, so they donate money. And with the donations, the temple is able to survive and to continue bringing the teachings, Dharma lessons and classes and lectures, so people can learn more about the Dharma. The temple as a facility is here when families need a memorial service or a funeral service. All these things are set up so that these important times can be dealing with the grief that families go through and all these things, and the ways of our Jodo Shinchu tradition make it so much a comfortable way in which we can address grieving in our lives and to be able to confront and then move on to continue to be able to function in our lives. So even the temple is dependent upon money, so that it is very important. So this discussion went on, and people considered all these things, and another person still said life itself is very important, and just how special it is to even be able to live our lives, to have this opportunity to have this kind of discussion, to have this opportunity to experience so many things. So because we are alive, we're able to have relationships with our families and parents and temple sangha members. We're able to donate money or to spend money, and life itself allows us to do all these things. And so because of life, we have our physical being, so we're able to experience things, we're able to eat things, and we nourish our bodies so we can continue to be healthy. And if we're healthy, then we can help others as well. So looking at life itself, connected to money, connected to parents, connected to the temple. And so this discussion then moves on a little bit further, helping others, altruism, helping others in people that need assistance at different times. What can we do to make life go easier for themselves, and appreciative. And a lot of this is addressed in the golden chain that we read, the 3 treasures that we read, and all these things, lessons at the temple. So the discussion was lively and went on and on, talking about compassion as well. So many things were discussed during this class session, and it filled the hour, but there's no final answer. A lot of these answers were part of the whole picture of what are important things in our lives. So Sensei was pointing out, the Buddha didn't just pass out a formula and didn't tell us, just accept this, don't just blindly follow. Shinran didn't either. Don't just follow, test it. And necessarily, as we test these teachings, as we test these lessons, we look deeper into the Dharma. We look deeper into our own lives. Test it, see if it fits, see how it fits. So beyond passively listening to a lecture or reading a book, we are encouraged to actualize the teachings, to go beyond putting it in our heads, and to test it with our bodies, to test it with our lives. This is where it becomes real. So just glancing through one of Kubose Sensei's chapters, I was touched again by how he addressed Buddhism, and maybe not just leaving us in our heads, but encouraging us in so many ways to test the teachings, just as the Buddha did, just as Shinran did. Kubose Sensei did the same thing. And I think this is why his teachings, his way of teaching has been so lasting and so impactful. So with this, I would like to conclude. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 Namanda. So thank you very much for joining us for this family service today. I'd like to thank the Giraffe family for chairing this service today. I would like to thank everyone who has participating in preparing for this service, from the setting up the onaijin, providing the fruit osonai offerings and the obokban, preparing for all the video sessions and editing and uploading and providing the link to everyone so that we can join in on this service together. And thank you all for being here. At this time, I will light the incense, and please prepare to do so here and there at your own homes, however you have set up to do. And with this, we'll be able to come up and offer incense and conclude our service. So let's join together in Gasho one more time. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Namanda, 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 Namanda.